How you doing, guys? This is Al, and today we're going to talk about 8-vector psychology. And this is a yellow vector, which is a oral vector, and this vector is a mouth vector. The life priorities of this vector is food. They like foodies, they like to eat, and also they like pleasure. They always like to looking for different pleasure, and they like to talk more than to listen, and also they like to have attention from people. And you can notice these people, they usually have big lips, they usually have they show mimics, the emotional gestures, they talk loud, and sometimes they curse, they like to use smart words and jokes, they like to tell jokes, stories, make up things, but they don't really try to, when they make up things, they don't really try to manipulate somebody. They don't have this intention. They like other vector, which we're gonna talk in different video. They really don't have intention. They just need some attention from people. So, and also they sometimes they trying to simulate red vector, which is strongest vector. It's not physically strongest, it's black physically strongest, but it's strongest character. And they trying to simulate them, they trying to promise, sometimes talk aggressively if there is a aggressive situation. But once you put them under pressure, they coming down. They and also they're very timid people. And also red vector, after promises and inspiration to the crowd, they do some action. They must do action because that's their personality. They don't finish their action sometimes, but it's a different story. We're going to talk about it. But the yellow vector, after promising and after talking, they just disappearing. They just go for lunch or some pleasure they like. It's just kind of personality. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just kind of a person they are. Now in company, they're the best brainstormers. You must take them when you're brainstorming ideas. They're the best in that. They always have new ideas, they always generate new ideas. They're very creative people, and also in companies they usually, if they sales people, sometimes they talking more than they listening, so it could be a problem. Or sometimes they overpromise because first they talk and then they think, so they need to have another vector, or they need to be careful with that. So you need to keep an eye on that too. You need to keep them under supervision, these people. They don't like supervision, they don't like to be under management, like red, because red vector, they just can't work under supervision. But you must supervise these people, you must manage them. And also in company they're good as energizers. They can energize your team, they can tell stories or jokes, and bring this kind of energy, which is very important in the company. Also good cooks, they like to cook, and maybe advertisement agents, but as I say, they need to listen to the customers. Customer likes, and salespeople listen to them. So usually they're not really productive in the company if you give them tasks that are physical or paperwork. try not to give them that because it's not gonna happen. They're not productive in tasks, but they are important in the company. They also like to feel important. So as far as motivation, you can motivate them with money, but you can't make them feel important in the company. They need attention. And if you take them for brainstorming ideas, and they like that. Now, as far as managers, they're not really good managers because they don't have that willpower, they don't have that character. But if they become managers, they need to manage team of professionals, of people who knows what has to be done, because yellow vector is like green vector. It's non-practical vector. They can't really teach your team something. They can just inspire them, they can just give them the energy, but they're not non-practical. Also, as a buyer, these people are not loyal to the business or the company, so don't invest in their loyalty. It's not gonna happen. And also they very easy to pull them from one business to another. If they see something there is more pleasure or is more joy for them, they're very easily pulled from one relationship to another. Or so you need to manage them. And as far as buyers, also they like to talk. So if you let them talk and don't interrupt them too much, they might buy something. But try not to interrupt them too much, because I say they don't really like to listen. And as far as advertisement, these people like when you advertise food or some hint of the pleasure or something that can be easy to use. That's the right advertisement for these people. Now, also these people need a product or service that must resolve some problems, because they're non-practical and they're always looking for something easy to resolve their problems. Also, their own they're not really physically cannot. This person, depleted person. They can't really have any too much physical things to do. They're not strong, these people. Also they cannot keep secrets. If you tell them something, don't expect them to keep a secret for your company if you tell them. So when you if you brainstorming an idea and you like that idea, try to work on this idea not with the yellow people, because other companies or other people will know about that right away. And they like breaks at work. They like to go smoke a cigarette, usually have a coffee. That's because they think the main role is brainstorming and telling jokes. And but it's important to keep them, because they sometimes generate very good ideas. That one idea can bring a lot of money for the company. And they like to talk about future, these people. And if you fire them, they not revengeful like other vector. like purple, they're not spiteful, so don't worry about that. They easy forget those things. They just go for something else. And I'm gonna talk about other vectors. We're gonna have another video, and I'm gonna we're gonna talk about that vector that likes to be spiteful and revengeful. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.